He would have over $30 million in dead money this season, by the way, if he were to move on from the Packers. So it seems unlikely that he would this year. But next year, that number goes down substantially, as you see. This season alone, 9 teams have that much in dead money. So next season is really the time that most people are pinpointing as the possibility for Aaron Rodgers to move on. And I think that's a big part of the question marks here. And Jeff Darlington, I will start with you, because these are no longer whispers. These are fully out in the open conversations people across the league are having about what feels like the beginning of the end of Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. So how should one expect it to go from here?
Well, I'm curious to see how the Packers handle what has been a very vocal offseason from Aaron Rodgers, a very candid offseason from Aaron Rodgers. We talked in the last segment about what Jason Light did in Tampa in terms of just going all in to win Super Bowls with a legend at quarterback right now. Will the Packers follow suit in any way, shape, or form? I'm not saying that's the new way to do things. Teams want to build for the future. But if they want to keep Aaron Rodgers around, they have to make some sort of commitment beyond financial to make that happen. That, I think, is the next chapter in the Aaron Rodgers saga.
So, Matt, what do you identify if they're going to try and win now? If they're going to try and win within the Aaron Rodgers window, what do you identify as their biggest need, and who should they take in round 1?
Yeah, I think it goes back to what they haven't done and what Jeff was saying. Make a commitment to Aaron Rodgers. Give him a wide receiver in the first round, please. Devontae Adams is great, but you can only get so far with, taking guys street free agents, players other teams didn't want. You can only get so far with that. So we look at where they're at the end of round 1. A player like Elijah Moore from Ole Miss, who's great with the ball in his hands after the catch. He's electric. He's physical. He's aggressive. A player like that would open up this offense. You don't need a number 1 receiver. You have that. But you could expand this offense by giving Rodgers a true yards after catch threat that he really hasn't had since Randall Cobb in his prime. So I think Elijah Moore from Ole Miss, if he's on the board, it's time to break this tradition of not taking receivers early in the draft for Green Bay.
He's a player whose stock is skyrocketing right now. So to your point, he may not be available by the time they get
Might
there.
Not be.
And then, D. Wood, let me spin the question then back the other direction. If this is indeed going to be the final year for Aaron Rodgers, he's going to want to go someplace and try and win, and we be on spite or whatever the case may be. Give me the spot. Where should Aaron Rodgers wind up next?
Greeny, how about New Orleans? I know they re-signed Jameis, but listen, we don't know how that situation is going to play itself out. And could you imagine Aaron Rodgers teamed up with Sean Payton as his play caller down in New Orleans? That front office is one of the best front offices in the National Football League. They still got a ton of talent on that roster. Even with all the cap, restrictions, New Orleans would be right back in the mix, a la Tampa Bay with Tom Brady as a Super Bowl contender.
It's a fascinating situation to consider. Jeff Darlington, how about you?
100% with Damien on that one. New Orleans, to me, makes the most sense. And by the way, don't forget, New Orleans made a very serious run at Tom Brady. I think people underestimate how close Brady came to becoming a New Orleans Saints had Drew Brees decided to retire a year early. So they're not afraid to go after the veteran legend. I could see them following suit with Aaron Rodgers in New Orleans.
Matt, how about you?
Yeah, I'm going to go a different direction here. I agree. Aaron Rodgers wants to win. So why don't you go to the greatest head coach of all time at Bill Belichick with the New England Patriots? New England has Cam Newton for 1 year. They don't have a successor waiting in the wings. So a 38-year-old Aaron Rodgers going to New England. No, they don't have the best skill positions around them, but we saw them add 2 very good tight ends this year. They'll address wide receiver in the draft. And the allure of playing with Belichick. If you want another Super Bowl ring, other than Sean Payton, I don't know if there's anyone you would go to other than Bill Belichick that has a need at the quarterback position, at least.
That'd be a fascinating one to watch. A lot of people have put him in Northern California. That's where he's from. But the 49ers look like they're going to draft a quarterback at number 3 here, so that probably won't happen. All right. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.